Chief Advisor Professor Muhammad Yunus directs to form a committee to investigate the roles of those involved in the controversial 3 national elections. ICT orders to publish notice on newspapers asking Sheikh Hasina and Asaduzzaman Khan to appear before tribunal within 7 days in a case of crimes against humanity. Second round dialogue of National Consensus Commission with political parties to finalize recommendations and prepare July Charter resumes tomorrow. Powerful permanent commission to prevent enforced disappearance to be formed before first anniversary of July mass uprising, says law advisor. Government has all preparations for corona screening and treatment, says Special Assistant of Chief Advisor Dr. Sayyidul Rahman. British High Commissioner to Bangladesh Sarah Cook calls on BNP Secretary General Mirza Fakhrul Islam Alamgir. Eight Israelis killed and 3 Air Force bases damaged as Iran strikes Israel. Israeli army urged all to take shelters. At least 3 generals, including intelligence chief of Islamic Revolutionary Guard, killed in Israeli strike in Tehran. Iran rejects ceasefire proposal. And in golf, first test of 2-match series between Bangladesh and Sri Lanka begins tomorrow. Assalamu alaikum, I'm Tulika Mulika Das, welcoming you all to News at 10. You have just heard the highlights, now let's move on to the details. Chief Advisor Professor Muhammad Yunus has directed the concerned officials to form a committee to investigate the roles of the former Chief Election Commissioners, and the secretaries of the Election Commission Secretariat involved in the controversial 3 national parliamentary elections. After discussion at a meeting of the National Consensus Commission at the State Guest House Jamuna, the Chief Advisor and Commission Chairman Professor Muhammad Yunus issued this directive. The meeting was attended by the Vice Chairman of the National Consensus Commission, Professor Ali Riaz, members Dr. Badiul Alam Majumdar, Shafaraz Hussain, Dr. Iftikharuzaman and Dr. Muhammad Ayub Mia. Among other, Principal Secretary to Chief Advisor Shirajuddin Mia and Special Assistant to Chief Advisor Monir Haider were present. In the meeting, the Commission members informed Chief Advisor about the progress of the work related to prepare the July Charter. Professor Ali Riaz said there is consensus on several issues. It will be possible to finalize the charter based on discussions with all political parties very soon. Chief Advisor stated everyone is eagerly waiting for the July Charter. Professor Muhammad Yunus hoped that the July Charter will be presented to the nation within the next month. Chief Advisor Professor Muhammad Yunus has said Bangladesh would welcome any support from the United Nations in its investigations into the incidents of enforced disappearance in the past 1.5 decades. He made the comments when the United Nations Working Group on Enforced or Involuntary Disappearances Vice Chairperson Graziana Baranowska and member Ana Lorena Delgadillo Perez called on him at the State Guest House Jamuna today. The UN officials lauded the initiatives of Bangladesh's interim government in addressing the issue of enforced disappearances, particularly the country's accession to the International Convention for the Protection of All Persons from Enforced Disappearance. They emphasized that there was still much to be done. The UN officials also praised the work and commitment demonstrated by the Commission of Inquiry on Enforced Disappearances. The Chief Advisor said that the government extended the tenure of the Commission until December. International Crimes Tribunal (ICT) today ordered authorities concerned to publish notices on newspapers asking Sheikh Hasina and Asaduzzaman Khan to appear before tribunal within 7 days in a case of crimes against humanity committed during July mass uprising. A three-member bench led by Chairman Justice Muhammad Ghulam Murtuza Majumdar passed the order after a hearing in this regard, said the ICT's Chief Prosecutor Advocate Muhammad Tajul Islam. He said that the court ordered the notice to be published in a Bengali newspaper and an English newspaper, taking 5 charges into cognizance against the accused, including Sheikh Hasina. The court also set June 24th for the next hearing in the case. The court also reissued arrest warrants for those who were absconding. Earlier on the day, former Inspector General of Police Chaudhry Abdullah Al Mahmood was produced before the tribunal. Following the hearing, the court ordered the publication of summons for Sheikh Hasina and Asaduzzaman Khan as they had been absconding. A kidnapped victim lodged a complaint of abduction against 15 individuals, including a former MP of fallen Awami League at the International Crimes Tribunal today. The victim, Ghulam Kibriya, the then Chhatro Dal president of Ward number 3 of Brahmanpara Thana of Kumilla district, filed a complaint against the 15 individuals, including former parliament member M.A. Zahir, on allegation of abduction. Ghulam Kibriya was kidnapped by the 15-member gang while he was arriving at Kumilla station by train from Dhaka on July 21st in 2016. Son of late Abdul Hakim of village Molliker Dikhi under Brahmanpara Thana of Kumilla district. After being kidnapped, he was severely tortured and 2 of his eyes were gouged out. In this incident, he filed a complaint of enforced disappearance at the International Crimes Tribunal today. The second round of the National Consensus Commission-led dialogue with political parties will resume on Tuesday after a 13-day break for the Eid al-Adha holiday. An NCC press release issued on Sunday said that the agenda for the dialogue includes the reform of Article 70 of the Constitution, the selection of parliamentary standing committee chairpersons, representation of women in the legislature, the possibility of a bicameral parliament, and the appointment process of the Chief Justice. The second round of the NCC dialogue has drawn special attention in the political arena as Chief Advisor Professor Muhammad Yunus and BNP Acting Chairman Tariq Rahman agreed during a meeting in London on Friday that Bangladesh's next national elections could be held in mid-February 2026. In the backdrop of this development, the second round of the NCC dialogue is expected to play a crucial role in encouraging both political parties and the government to finalize the July Charter, which outlines key reform issues. NCC Vice Chairman Ali Riaz and representatives of participating political parties will brief journalists following the meeting, while Bangladesh Television News will broadcast the proceedings live, the release added. Professor Dr. Asif Nazrul, advisor on law, justice and parliamentary affairs, has announced that a law or ordinance on enforced disappearances will be enacted before the anniversary of the July mass uprising. Additionally, a powerful commission on enforced disappearances will be formed under this law. He made the remarks today while speaking to journalists after a meeting at the Secretariat with the visiting United Nations Working Group on Enforced or Involuntary Disappearances. The law advisor said that a meeting with the UN Working Group on Enforced Disappearances had been held and that a decision was made to draft legislation on the issue. He noted that the UN team provided several suggestions for formulating the law or ordinance. He further stated that the UN group expressed willingness to provide all kinds of support, including intellectual assistance regarding the matter. The meeting was attended by UN Working Group members Graziana Baranowska, Ms. Ana Lorena Delgadillo Perez, Mohammad Zahidul Islam and senior officials of the ministry. Anti-Corruption Commission (SEC) Chairman Dr. Muhammad Abdul Momen has expressed the hope that it would be possible to bring back the money siphoned abroad by former Land Minister Saifuzzaman Chaudhry Javed if allegation of corruption proved against him. The SEC has found the existence of 600 properties of the former Land Minister in various countries, including United Kingdom. Of them, market price of 343 houses in UK is estimated at 1,025 crore taka. Besides, SEC also found 35 crore taka in bank accounts. After the changeover, the SEC has appealed through court for the seizure of these assets. The SEC chairman further said that it would be possible to return the smuggled assets if UK court permits. 234 more people have been admitted in hospitals after being infected by dengue across the country in last 24 hours. The number of dengue-infected people have crossed 6,000 so far in the current year. A total of 30 people died during the period. Experts suggested to build social awareness side by side, taking individual initiative to uproot Aedes mosquito to prevent spread of dengue. The number of COVID-19 virus-infected patients is increasing daily across the country, sparking fear and concern among the public. One person died from corona infection across the country in the last 24 hours, while 25 persons found COVID-19 positive out of 231 samples tested. Many people are confused and anxious about the symptoms of the new variant of coronavirus. At the same time, various misinformation and disinformation about the symptoms and treatment of the virus are circulating on social media platforms. Experts say that many believe the newly affected patients show no symptoms, but that is not true. They emphasize that every viral illness presents with at least some symptoms. Previously, common symptoms of COVID-19 included fever, runny nose, sneezing, coughing, shortness of breath and sore throat. Some even experienced symptoms like diarrhea. In contrast, the new strain is more frequently associated with back pain, joint pain, extreme physical weakness and loss of appetite. Doctors are urging the public not to panic or fall for rumors, but strictly follow health guidelines to prevent the spread of the virus. Special Assistant to the Chief Advisor, Professor Dr. Saidur Rahman, said that the government is fully prepared for COVID testing and treatment, and the situation is yet to reach in a level to be panicked. He made these remarks today after visiting the National Gastro-Liver Hospital and National Institute of Disease of the Chest and Hospital in the capital. Saidur Rahman said that 2 specialized hospitals in Dhaka and Chattogram have already been prepared for treating COVID patients. If the situation worsens, special units will be set up in other hospitals as well, he added. Saidur Rahman also noted that infrastructural development is needed at the National Gastro-Liver Hospital and the National Institute of Disease of the Chest and Hospital. He also said that the government is seriously working to tackle the dengue situation in the southern region of the country. British High Commissioner to Bangladesh, Sarah Cook, met BNP Secretary General Mirza Fakhrul Islam Alamgir at the party chairperson's office in Gulshan this morning. BNP Standing Committee member Abdul Moin Khan and Organizing Secretary Shama Ubaid, both members of the party chief's Foreign Affairs Advisory Committee, were present. The discussion focused on the country's ongoing political situation and the upcoming national election expected to be held in February next year. Now moving on to the international news.